Welcome to the show, All Things Writing. I am your host, Brian the Writer. Let me take you on a journey through my writing life and introduce you to some of the amazing talent that exists in the writing world. Whether you are looking for a little advice or just to catch an interesting interview, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. All Things Writing starts now. Hello, everybody, and welcome to All Things Writing. I'm your host, Brian the Writer. Today, I'm going to talk about a subject near and dear to my heart, but I also have a book review for you at the end, so stick around for that. What I want to talk about today is the issue of going to cons, so conventions, but I don't just go to conventions. Some of you know me from other venues, like there's a wine festival that I really love and I love vending at. Some would argue I probably drink more wine than I do actually sell books, but these things happen. There is one in particular I do every year. It takes place in Hanover, Pennsylvania. It is called the Snacktown Street Fair. I love this event. Any one of you who's followed me for any length of time will have heard me talk about the Snacktown Street Fair. And there are three things I really love about the Snacktown Street Fair. Number one, the people. The people are phenomenal. This is the nicest group of people you're ever going to run into. These are very, very down home, very earthy kinds of people, mostly blue collar. And they're just wonderful, wonderful people. They're all in a great mood. They're happy to be there. I love it. The people of Hanover have rolled out the red carpet for me, and they've embraced me. And I apologize to those who wanted the second copy or the second book in the in the Begorian Chronicles series, and I did not have that with me. I apologize. Believe me, my wife said beforehand, you need to bring some, and I didn't. And I should know better than to ignore the counsel of my wife. You'd think I'd know better by now, but that's all right. Anywho, I love the people. I love the size. It's a very, very big festival. It takes up many blocks, and it's actually really well done. Now people every year without fail complain about the traffic going in and out, but my experience has always been that there's a lot of traffic where we get cars that are loading it. And what I mean by traffic is the cars loading and unloading things. But it really doesn't take that long to get out of town once you're all buttoned up for the day. I don't think it's bad. My wife and I sort of have it down to a science. She drives the morning we get there in the afternoon when we leave, because that allows me the chance to, when we get there, I just literally start yanking everything out of the back and setting things up, and it works out really well. And she knows where to park the car, and we've been parking the car in the same spot this was our 5th year, so next year will be our 6th year at the Hanover, at the Snacktown Street Fair. The other thing I absolutely love about this is the food. The food is excellent. Actually, this year I did something a little different. I didn't have any fried food. I had a turkey ciabatta sandwich. It was run by a veteran-owned company. I wish I would have taken a picture of them. Excellent sandwiches. Oh, so good. There's a lot of other really good things. Are like gobs. Pennsylvania is famous for their gobs, so that's always nice. There's a downside to conventions and street fairs like that, where you are outside. And instead of trying to describe it to you, I figured, what the heck, I just kind of throw a short video in there for you. So check this out. So for those of you keeping score at home, this is one of those things where, as part of your con, your fair experience, if you are somebody who is showing, vending, whatever, you always keep in mind the fact that the weather can turn on you. So if you're vending and you've got stuff that you're selling, it's always good to have boxes nearby that you put stuff in. So when things like this happen, yeah, that's a lot of rain, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. It's insane how much water is coming down out here. All right, well, this is fun. As you can imagine, by the time we were done, there's no part of me that was dry. I was completely soaked to the bone. What you couldn't see there is a few seconds later, my wife pulled up in the car. I jumped out into the rain. I told her to just, stay dry, and I would bring her stuff. And I pulled the cover off the tent, the blue tarp or the blue cover that you saw me under. And then I brought everything to her. I was basically sitting there trying to keep the tent from flying away in the wind. That was a lot of rain in a very short period of time. So, pro tip: if you're going to be outside, if you're doing a con or you're vending for the first time, tent is worth it. It's worth it. It seems like an expense at first, and it is a little bit of an expense, right? But probably run you about $150 for a decent tent. But I will tell you that they're worth it. Also, another pro tip: if you buy an outdoor tent like that, and the chances are very good that the top part, the tarp part, that blue thing, is going to actually go out of business before the frame itself will. Just go out and buy a new top. You can buy one for like $40, and the frame, if the frame is still good, why would you bother throwing money at a whole new setup? There's no reason to. So it is actually totally worth it. To go out and buy a decent frame, a decent tent setup for your events. And at this point, I'm honestly, it's a whole storefront operation for us. We've got I bring a big table, big 6-foot table where we put the books out on. I also bring a 4-foot table which sits behind us. And the reason I bring the 4-foot table is for extra books and extra bags and stuff to go on, so things aren't laying on the ground. As you saw, a lot of rain, a lot of water came through there. Another thing I wanted to bring up too is those cases I use, those big black cases. Those are actually for construction equipment. They put tools and stuff in it. The reason I use those is because the actual axle portion of those trucks, those cases, is outside of the kind of the enclosed part. So there's no way to get water in. They would float away if you threw them in a river. There's also a gasket around the top that will keep water from getting in too. So it's really well worth its weight in gold. And when you think about it, when you put in an order for books, when I put in an order for books, that's like $120, $150 at a pop. So it's worth it. It's worth it to invest, throw a little bit of money at it. Okay, so enough about that. Snacktown Street Fair, I will say, if you only get out to one event, that's the one to get to, because food. And next year, I promise you guys, if you're watching this video and you're like, yeah, I went up to get the second copy of Gregorian Chronicles. First of all, you can buy it online, or you can reach out to me if you want a signed copy. That's fine too. But you can also pick one up at any one of the shows where I remember to bring it. Reach out to my wife, tell her to bring it. Anyway, so that is that. Let's talk about a book, shall we? Because this is all things writing, and we talk about books. I have known the author of this book for a few years. We kind of do the same con circuits together. I see him quite often. Honestly, I've never read a book of his until now. I have my old standards. I'm reading a book by Ronald Malfi right now because I just finished the book I'm about to review. And I love Ronald Malfi's stuff. The guy could write a menu and I would love it. I'd be totally into it because he's that good of a writer. So I tend to get stuck in ruts where I'm reading the same thing all the time. However, this I read, and it's a little bit different. Let me, uh, let me, without further ado, as they say, this is Dying to Know, the Dead Detective Case Files. TJ O'Connor, those of you who go to like AuthorCon or things in the Northern Virginia or um, like the Williams or any kind of those Virginia things, this is what you'll be able to find them there. TJ does a great job writing. Let me read the back of it so you get a sense for it. Detective Oliver Tucker's dead, murdered, and back as an earthbound spirit to help his wife, Professor Angela Tucker, crack the most important case of his life, his own. But this is not a ghost story. It's a murder case. Dun, 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 dun. Tuck knows why he is back among the living, but not one of them. Detective, solve thyself. Perhaps he was murdered because of his last case, a murder involving a retired mob boss, a local millionaire land developer, a New York hitman, and the local university elite. Or could it be that Bear Braddock, his best friend and partner for more than 15 years, wants Angela? Tuck knows that everything surrounds Kelly's dig, where the discovery of Civil War graves may put an end to a multi-million-dollar highway project. If it does, who stands to gain the most? Enough to kill? Using his unique skills, Tuck weaves through half-truths and generations-old lies, chasing a madman. And he's not alone. Others, dead and alive, are hunting the same killer. Still, nothing can change the truth. It is the living, not the dead, who are most terrifying. Now, I will tell you, this book to me did not fit comfortably in the horror genre. Neither does it fit comfortably. I would say it fits more comfortably in the detective realm, but not completely, because there is that kind of horror element that goes along with it. It's definitely kind of a who does it, or who done it rather. I will tell you, about 75% of the way through the book, I sort of had an idea who probably was the killer, but I wasn't entirely sure. So it was kind of one of those fun little things where I'm like, oh, am I right? Am I right? Um, Very well written, very well edited. This is just an excellent book. I forgot to say, I should have said, this is Level Best Books that put this out. You if you like something that's a little bit different than the norm, if you like a good strong mystery, if you like a good horror, if you like a ghost story, this is a great way to go. Very much enjoyed this book. TJ O'Connor. Look for him, and yeah, give it a read. I highly recommend it. I would give this 4.5 stars out of 5. If I'm feeling more generous and you ask me again, I'd say 5. It's just a darn good read. It had the one element of a book that I really, really, really like. Found it hard to put it down. Found it hard to put it down and walk away from. Once I started reading it, I was kind of stuck. I've got to read it. Oh, I've got to give up everything. I've got to stop eating. I've got to stop sleeping. I must read. That's the mark of a truly good story, truly good storytelling, which I think is excellent. Now I've gone from this into Ronald Malfi's. I think it's, oh, I forget which one I'm reading from now, but it has that same quality. So I'm not going to sleep much lately. They Lurk, I think, is what I'm reading right now. But anyway, Dying to Know, The Dead Detective Case Files by TJ O'Connor is a great book, well worth the read. Highly suggest you go out and grab yourself a copy, either a hard copy like this, or go find an e-copy. So anyway, very, very good story. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's episode of All Things Writing. A little on the shorter side, I know. I have a lot going on right now. Where can you find me next? That's a good question. I'm glad you asked, gentle reader. I am actually, after the Snacktown Street Fair, I'm tuckered out. I need a little bit of time to sort of relax myself, relax a little bit. Let's see. The next thing that I'm going to be at, a Killer Bees event. Okay. So it's going to be me, Killer Bee Brian Grover. We're going to be at Lurch Fest 2025. Now you're going to ask, what is Lurch Fest? Well, if you look it up Lurch Fest on Facebook, you'll find it. There is a town, Philippi, West Virginia. And I forget the exact sequence of events, but the guy who originally played Lurch, either he was born there, he had a very solid, connection to it. Something's going wrong with I'm out of focus for some reason. That's okay. That happens. Lurch, the guy who played Lurch, came to this, or was in this town, and he absolutely loved it, adored it. You can see there's actually memorabilia signed by him to various people in town. He loved it. It was his home. And so they celebrate him and his life every year with Lurch Fest. So we thought it'd be good for the Killer Bees to get out there. Brian and Brian. If you come out, you'll get to meet my wife and my dog as well. My dog will be joining us, little Chloe, also known as my unofficial business manager. That is on August 2nd. And you'll absolutely enjoy it. I think you'll absolutely enjoy it. It's a great little town with just a great little vibe going on there. There's also a really cool museum there in town that has mummies. There's a guy in the United States who made mummies for whatever reason, and yeah, they're on display. You can go see them. American mummies. All right. Well, anyway, that's about it for all things writing for today. I don't know what the heck's going on with the visual thing. I think I need a new camera. Anyway, I will talk to everyone later. Have a great day. Bye-bye. This has been another amazing episode of All Things Writing. If you heard something that got your wheels spinning, check out the links in the show notes. Also, please follow the show and remember to leave those reviews. Those simple acts of kindness mean the world to us. Hop on over to briannowak.com, and that is Brian with a Y, and check out my latest novels. I'm on Amazon or wherever you buy your ebooks. And as a reminder, the music you heard on the show today was used under license from the artist Ryan Ancona. Thanks for listening to the show and have a blessed day.